Hey, this is MassX with a new Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade video. And yes, the numbers are in, but we got to talk about a few things first, and then we'll get down to the estimates of what was made for the month of November. But it is, unless you're sleeping under a rock, the news of what has gone down in the last 12 hours is crazy. We have a major maintenance. We're getting version 1.5.1 that is going to be on the 3rd. And with that is going to be a whole host of things. And one thing that came out after my last video was that they are releasing the Phantom Seal stamp. Now, if you're not familiar with this, it will allow you to basically limit break a character 10 more levels. I want to make this clear out of the gate. You will get one gifted. That's how it was in Japan. These don't come very frequently. I would suggest not using it on any character at this time. Save these, collect them. I would recommend holding these for the better characters that will be meta for a long time, i.e. Teen Gojo, the half anniversary characters. Hold these. I would not use these on any of the current characters, nor the ones coming out in the month of December that was discussed previously. That being, of course, the Yuji that we'll be getting on December 3rd, the Momo, which we'll be also getting on the 3rd, and of course on the 6th, Hollow Purple Gojo. I wouldn't use it on these. I wouldn't use it on any of the prior characters. Hold those tickets. And I'm going to be doing a separate video on each of these characters. But I want to make this clear, and I've stated this before. I had a video that did very well where I talked about the dirty little secret of this game. And I cannot reiterate this enough. You do not need to pull on these banners. You do not. Yes, you're going to see a bunch of people talking about how much they're mad about what's going on in the game, and then you're going to see a polar opposite come out, and it's going to say you have to pull on this, get this character. You do not, okay? I played the JP version. I had the worst luck ever on the JP version. I did not get Yuta. I've said this before. I did not get Hollow Purple Gojo. I didn't have Momo. I didn't get crap. Nothing. I survived. I played through the game, enjoyed it. And when 6th anniversary came, I went all in and got the characters I truly cared about. And let me tell you this, the banners after 6th anniversary, those characters will be heads and tails better than what you're seeing now. Now, don't get me wrong. Hollow Purple Gojo, great character. The Momo that's coming out, solid character. The Yuji, solid character. But you don't have to get them. Okay? You do not. So again, I know there's a contingency of players in this game. You've got your players that want to be super competitive. You've got your free-to-plays that have to be very wise right now until things get worked out. And then you've got your players that just want to collect. So yeah, if you want to try to just get one of each, I understand, you know, do what's fun for you. But I just cannot stress enough, you do not have to pull on these banners. It will not make your game experience that much worse. Will it be a little bit more troublesome, especially with the tower coming out? Yes. I mean, it's nice to have a full wide range of characters for purposes of the tower, especially after the first 20 levels. There are certain areas of it that get very difficult. But again, none of it, and I repeat, none of those characters, anybody, if you've got your initial Gojo, if you've got the characters I've spoken about in the past, you can fight through so much content in this game, and the SRs and rares can be used so effectively in this game. Don't sweat it. So with all this going on, we've got, of course, the Movie Zero stuff going through most of December. We've got, of course, the new chapter coming. We've got new grade. And of course, the tower, well, how did this game do in November? Well, again, let me preface this that these are estimates based on Sensor Tower. The Gacha revenue site seems to have disappeared, so I'm having to go in and use my account and pull these figures on my own. Hopefully it comes back. It was a great resource. But as you can see right now, the approximates from Sensor Tower is showing around 7 million for the month of November. Now that will not include anything that was made through their website directly. So I don't know how successful that was. I'm sure it probably did quite well getting those rebates and buying direct from them. So we could probably estimate or factor into it, because it was revolving around Utah, that maybe factor in another million. So we're probably looking at around 8 million. Now, my initial thought was that this game would probably bring in globally about 10 million on the first month. Now, it wasn't a whole month, so mind you, but again, I was estimating around 10 million. So if they clocked in around 8 million or more, I think that's pretty favorable. The big question is going to be the backlash of what's going to happen with these banners. You are guaranteed to see a major drop after your first month of release. It's a given. Doesn't even make a difference if everybody loves your game and you are perfect. It will happen to the best. The big question will be, how will their rollout of 3 more banners in December affect its revenue for December? Because you will have a contingency of people that will still go and pull period, end of story, especially for Gojo. There's no doubt in my mind that that banner will do fine, it will do well. But who will be left? Who is still hanging around? I really believe, because of this IP, if you like this or not, I think there's just a certain amount of people that are not going to leave this game, end of story. So will that be enough? We'll have to find out on January 1st, but in my opinion, I don't see it, okay? This IP is too strong. And the signals were out there immediately. If you were familiar with the Japanese version, the only thing that was unexpected was the rate of the banners. But quite honestly, I'm going to tell you, there is one major pro to this. If they really want to get us caught up with Japan, okay, things are going to be miserable when it comes to banners over the next couple months. But when those half-annie characters drop, and if you get those 2 out of the 3, you are going to be smooth sailing until they hit first anniversary, and are going to be able to really pick and choose what you need. Is it going to suck for some people between now and then? Yes. Hell yes. Okay? It just is going to matter how the community reacts. Right now, it doesn't make a difference, because emotion is going to drive the next 48 hours to 72 hours. The key is going to be in 3 weeks, in 4 weeks, and see where this is floating at, and see what the response is by the developers. It really sucks that the developers chose to have this dropped. And let me preface this, I'm sure this was pre-planned. The sit down the day before, they didn't get any of the feedback probably from that, and probably will not for another 12 to 24 hours from now, because of the weekend. So one didn't influence the other at this point. What we will see, and what we'll be curious to see, is what happens over the next few weeks, given the sit down, given to any backlash, etc. That will tell the tale of this game, quite honestly. But right now, out of the gate, it rolled out pretty well, honestly. I mean, if this game is doing anywhere in the neighborhood of 2 to 5 million a month, I think it ain't going anywhere for a long time. And that's how it's been in Japan. And it's never been the 20 million game, but it's never been the 500,000 game. So I think that's what they're looking for out of global, honestly, because again, they are just using the resources from the Japanese version. So there's no new development. All there is fixing things for the conversion. And that will get easier and easier as this game progresses, as they catch up. And honestly, the back-end cost is not going to be horrendous like if you were having to build content. But yeah, so congratulations for them for doing well. Too bad you had the sour with the horrendously awful drop of triple banners in December of 3 good characters, 1 great character, and basically absolutely ticking off your community. So, you know, I'm going to remain positive. I think there is a lot to work with this game. I'm not a doom and gloom person. I like the Japanese version a lot. I was always coming over to global. I haven't given up my Japanese account. And I would recommend people right now, still during the 1st anniversary, man, download that Japanese version. All you need is a VPN. The re-rolling is actually a little better on the Japanese version. They've given out so much stuff. You're going to have tons of rolls and amazing characters. I mean, the first 2 that have dropped for anniversary are just sick and broken, especially the Gojo. I mean, it's a great time. And if you really appreciate this IP, I would highly recommend picking up a Japanese account. Hey, you know, never know. You may just drop away from your global and stick with the Japanese. But, you know, it is what it is, right, guys? So I'm going to do some subsequent videos on the breakdowns of the other 3 characters and talk about them in particular because they're not limited banners, not like Yuta. So they really should not, you shouldn't be sweating the December banners. But I'm going to shut the hell up right now. Everybody, please like and subscribe. Have a great day.